In the wrong one, that's why. Valorock with the troll. So I joined the wrong channel. I was in the secret hidden. I'm supposed to be in the secret hidden podcast channel. Now I am. If you want to join live, what you do, throw in your question, throw in whatever you want to talk about in the podcast takes channel, then join into the VC in the podcast lobby. When I am ready for your question, for your take, I will pull you into now the secret voice channel, which I was not in before, and we'll get you guys into the podcast so that you can join in the discussion, ask your question, all that good stuff, and hopefully it's a good time. So we got about a half hour or so until we need to get ready for some of the amateur league matches coming up today. So I don't see anyone in the podcast lobby yet, but I'll maybe read through some of your takes if you guys want to throw in your question in the chat. Maybe you're like, I don't want to get on stream, that's uncomfortable, or I don't have my mic ready or setup ready. Throw something in the chat for me to talk about right now, and we'll kick this off. So, but first, the alert. Where's the alert? Oh no, did I not put in the alerts? Okay, hold on. Because there's a very exciting alert coming in. Why is it not? What? Okay, let's try this again. Hello? Well, you fixed the shirt. Thank you for ordering a esport shirt and an esport sticker. That's our first merch purchase rather than just myself, so thank you. I don't know why the alerts aren't working. Let me try. Maybe the alerts are like, we don't even know how to do merch alerts yet because we haven't bought one. Maybe that's what it's telling me. I don't know. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. But either way, you are the most amazing person, so thank you for hitting us up with that merch purchase. And it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to fix it right now as far as I can tell. Let me see. So unfortunate about I feel like it should be in my alerts, so I'll have to fix it later. But whose name is You Fixed the Shirt? That's really funny. I'm wondering who that was. You guys are funny. Yeah, I'll have to fix it later. I'll put it on my to-do list. How about that? And I'll play your alert next time so that you can be famous. But you're already famous because you're the first person to buy official WTP Esport merch. Okay, let me get to your chat questions since I don't see one in the live lobby here. Can you discuss the takes without us going to the VC? Yes, that's what I was just trying to communicate. Thoughts on the new balancing patch? So I'm trying to remember what the patch was. I'm more focused on like actually running the league, that, you know, me playing Splatoon doesn't take precedent. So I actually don't even get to play Splatoon that much because for a matter of reasons. I don't think when I read over the changes, there wasn't anything that was like shocking to me. It was interesting to see that they buffed the splatter shot more. So I'm curious for that. The bigger ones, I think, is the H3 nerf with that 25% more ink, the squeezer, you can't jump as well, and then the dually squelchers, right? So I think people will still play those, but maybe they'll get knocked down in priority, opening up opportunities for other weapons to come in more. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But honestly, like, we're so late into Splatoon 2 that the patches are so small that, to me, I don't think they're going to make a giant difference. All right, we got Dino King. Thoughts on making a league between pro and amateur? I think having Div 3 teams up against Div 1 X Plus seems a bit iffy sometimes. So, yeah, that's for sure. You know, opening up a pro league where any team can join in is always going to be a unbalanced thing because you don't know what teams you're going to get. So on us unleashing the skill cap for season 3 for the pro league, you just don't know. It's like we're going to put the best 8 teams that we get, but you might have one really great top ranked team, and you might have 7 other teams that are good, but maybe not that level. So I think it's something, I don't want to give away all of our thoughts, but moving on in WTP, there's going to be definitely some format changes. So I think we'll get to a place where we avoid some of that, hopefully. But this was just an experiment. We, season 1, season 2, we have never done divisional splits. So this is our first time trying it. And, because we don't have like 200 teams like Ludi does, it's hard to find, 8 to 10 teams in a specific close enough where every match is highly competitive. Like, that's really just not possible based on having, less than 30 teams. That's just my thoughts, but we have some thoughts on how to kind of change that and fix that around later on. So, and Germ, oh gosh, how am I even going to say this? Germ Haxa, wait, where'd it go? Germanex Ari Splu. Thanks for the follow. I don't know how to say your name, but thanks for following along. We are also, I think now 3 followers away from 500. I was hoping for that goal to be hit over all of season 3. And we're so close already, just a couple weeks in, which is crazy because I think we started around roughly just around the 400 mark. So that's pretty nuts. Epic Pikachu, yeah, H3 got nerfed. 52 Gal got buffed. Yeah, paints as well as the junior. Now 52 might become more prevalent. I don't know. I would think if the buff is actually that good, then yeah. Shermie 808, are you the one that purchased the merch then? Thank you, Shermie. I should have guessed. It's your own logo even, so. Which, if I remember right, do I owe you? I owe you something for that, right? So you got to DM me in Discord. I'm going to forget. Let's see. Are we allowed to join the podcast? Yes. So go to the Discord, then jump into the podcast lobby, and I will pull you into the podcast secret channel where you can now join the podcast. Yeah. So Solver, jump in here with me so that I can ask you questions as well. Predictions for playoffs. Oh boy. Okay, so this one's going to be quite the long one. So maybe Solver will join me in here in time for the Academy talk, because Solver honestly might know more about Academy than me. I've been watching when I can. I haven't watched every single match. To be fair, not every match has been perfectly streamed, so some of the matches are a little bit harder to watch. But let me pull up. Okay, I don't have anything ready. This is scuffed production, remember? So let's pull up, if we can, the standings. How about? So I can give you guys my predictions. I don't have any of the fancy ones, but I'll just pull up the standings from our Discord or from our website here. Okay. All right, Solver, you went to the wrong VC, but I'll pull you in anyways. Oh, we might be getting IPS as well. So let me pull you in. Solver, can you hear me?
Hey yo,
what up? Welcome to the podcast.
I could not find it. Why'd you put him in welcome area?
I don't know. We can make a podcast area.
It'd probably be smart.
Your mic sounds a little buzzy too, by the way. I don't know if that's you.
That's odd. Does this sound better?
Yeah, that sounds better.
All right, I just kind of moved it away from my mouth.
It was better for a second, and then it's a little.
Dang, that sucks.
Little whoop. Okay, we'll make a podcast area afterwards so that it's more defined. How about that? Just for you, Solver, because you're so confused.
Thank you. By the way, Val is ready as well.
Okay. Well, we'll do some. Okay, I'll pull in you and Val for the Academy, and then I'm gonna pull in IPS later for the amateur. So, right now, Valorant, can you hear me?
Okay. $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
Okay.
Sorry, they were talking about that in the chat. Oh no.
Oh gosh. Nope. No Fortnite. Never again.
Yo.
All right, let's see if I can pull up the standings here best as I can.
Disclaimer: I'm playing solo queue while doing this.
Oh gosh. All right.
So give me.
Well, if you can't answer a question, I'm just gonna boot you out.
Rest in peace.
All right.
Mr.
So
Stream. All right.
here's where the Academy standings are at right now. And if you guys don't have them in front of you, either look at the stream or pull them up maybe, because
I can pull it up somewhere.
it's getting
Where
pretty
are they?
spicy. Okay.
Getting
So-
pretty spicy.
The Imperry division isn't as spicy. To me, I feel like it's kind of already decided. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but
Well,
unless
I don't have the standings on there.
oh, okay, well,
Find it real quick.
I'm honestly
that-
really interested in like Outcast Ninjas versus Clownfish.
yeah.
Like, I want to see that happen.
I mean,
I think that's
feel
gonna
like
go one-sided.
the
I think that's
seeding
gonna go one-sided.
the seeding isn't
On this one.
set yet though, but like I feel like the playoffs for Imperry are pretty set. Like TTL would have to pull off a pretty. I don't know who they're playing next, but let me check real quick because they might not. They might be eliminated already. They have to play. Okay, they
Who?
play Deadlock. So here's the thing.
Oh,
This week.
That's
Wait, is that this
decided.
week or is that next week? That's coming up right now.
No, next week.
No, it's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what?
no, it's tomorrow.
yeah,
Tomorrow
yeah.
is TTL
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
Deadlock.
yeah.
So essentially, what we have,
Mhm.
it's not actually over for Imperry. If Deadlock wins, they eliminate TTL and the playoffs are set. If TTL wins, they tie in record, but actually TTL would have the tiebreaker. So whoever wins that match tomorrow is gonna have the third seed potentially, which is gonna be a spicy matchup. I still think Deadlock will take that over TTL. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but that's
I definitely.
Yeah, I have the
definitely
same
think
opinion.
Deadlock will take it over.
yeah. So we'll see on that. Yeah.
I don't know why you guys are excited about the what's it called? Outcast Ninja versus Clownfish. I think that's also gonna go one-sided.
Okay, well that's pretty.
Really?
That's a spicy take. Okay, well let's see. IPS is. Are you in here
Ooh.
now?
Yeah, I'm in here.
All right, I'm gonna go one at a time. So, Outcast Ninjas versus Clownfish. They are both 3-0, and if I remember right, are they playing tomorrow? Yes. So give us your takes. Valorok already did. Valorok already said you're saying who? Wait, who did you say is gonna win this? You said
I said it's going one-sided to Outcast Ninja.
okay.
so
Outcast
I think
Ninjas
it's
on
gonna be
top,
white.
easy. IPS, what is your take? Outcast Ninjas versus Clownfish tomorrow.
After watching Outcast Ninjas play, like especially Winter X, like I'm gonna have to go with Outcast Ninjas.
Wow. Okay. And Solver, do you feel the same way?
I do agree with both of them, but I do think it'll at least be some close games.
Okay.
But honestly, like, even I'm terrified of Outcast.
Gotcha. And maybe try unplugging and plugging your mic back in because like this.
Yeah, it
this
sounds like
little
those
robot
Android
fuzz.
memes. Sounds like those Android memes, like kids who have Androids. That's
Yeah.
literally the meme.
But interesting. It's interesting that you guys say that, and I don't think for whatever reason Clownfish has mostly been playing off stream. Most of the time they haven't been able to play on stream, so it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
tell. But they are 3-0 and they've been winning pretty convincingly. Like
I think
let's see. What was?
'Cause-
Let me read their matches so far though, real quick.
because they
They
played
beat
last
TTL
they played-
3-0. They beat Team Fighters 3-0, and then they beat Pufferfish 3-0. So they've only played the bottom teams of the standings, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. They've only played the bottom teams of the standings, and I think first week me and Silver did record one of their matchups, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Then
It was
I
against
think
ETL.
yeah, I'm not sure if they were streamed in week 2. I think they were. And then week 3
Which
they
one?
played.
Was it Team Fighters versus Clownfish?
Yeah, that was Team Fighters vs. Clownfish.
They
week
did
2.
not. Well, they tried to, but it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because then week 3 there was a reschedule. So, but like just going off the teams that Clownfish played, I mean, like Outcast Ninjas already be in deadlock,
Yeah.
and I believe I think Outcast also beat Team Fighters, and I don't remember their third matchup.
So there's a world where even Deadlock, if they knock out TTL and then play Clownfish, that they could earn the second seed even. So Even though
Yeah, that would be
Clownfish has a
great,
chance to be
actually.
first, they also have a chance to be third now.
I
Or
also
second,
think
yeah, it's always
only reason I think Clownfish won't do as good as I say they will is because of when they played against us. It didn't see. I don't know if it was them not trying their best or if it was. I don't know what it was, but we surprisingly did better than we thought. Even though they absolutely destroyed us at the end in Clan Blitz. No wait, or Rainmaker and Zones, they took it pretty easily. It seemed like the game could have gone way faster than what it did.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Imperies, in my mind, Outcast Ninjas, if you remember, they barely beat Deadlock in a Game 5 series. So, in my mind, Outcast Ninjas are 1 and 2. They could be either, like, Outcast Ninjas is probably going to get the first seed because they ended up beating Deadlock. But honestly, like, it was so close that I feel like those are the first two teams. And until Clownfish either takes down Outcast Ninjas or Deadlock, I feel like they're the third team of Imperi right now. So
Yeah.
I don't think Clownfish will be able to take down Deadlock, but
yeah.
I think
Because right
they're
now
gonna go. I think they're gonna go 3-2 on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Clownfish part.
Yeah, go ahead, IPS.
Right now, TTL. Yeah, right now TTL like needs to beat Deadlock to even have a hope at playoffs. And like, honestly, like since Outcast vs Deadlock was so close, and we saw what Outcast did to Deadlock, like it was a massacre, really, mostly. So like, it would be kind of, if Deadlock plays the same level they were playing against Outcast that one set, then I don't see TTL really winning that. And I believe Puffish Party's already out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot more decided in Imperi compared to Anarchy. Anarchy is a bit more of a that could
so,
be.
yeah. Speaking of that, let's
more
talk about
things
Anarchy predictions then, because,
Yeah.
well, first of all, I feel bad for Insurance Agency because they came in with that 0-1 record, taking Blur's person spot, and then they almost came in and took down Eternal in a Game 5 series. If they would have won that, they still would have had a chance at playoffs, but now are essentially eliminated.
Too.
Yeah.
It was really, really close.
So I feel bad for them, but them and Lockhart out of 0-3 start already eliminated. Then we have Eclipse at 3-0, Eternal at 2-1, Mirkwood Falcons 2-1, Astro 2-1. So IPS, I'll go to you first. Give me your team that's not going to make the playoffs out of those four.
Out of which four?
So we got Eclipse at the top, and then Eternal, Mirkwood Falcons, and Astro all sitting at 2-1, tied for second.
Right. I really don't know, because like you have it, like each of them have their own situation. Like, okay, Astro's pretty good. They have a really good machine player, but other than that, they're pretty, they're just kind of there. I feel like then Mirkwood as well. It's like they started off really well, but then against Eclipse, like they got kind of manhandled.
Right.
It was not good. And then Eternal was nearly took games off of Eclipse, but at the same time, they're not even a team anymore. At this point, they're basically just a pickup. So I don't know, because Astro versus.
Oh, it's an easy. I feel like it's an easy decision.
Well, let IPS do his thing. I'll come to you.
Yeah. So, like, if we look at the schedule, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Because I'm looking here right now this week. Because this week I have Eternal versus Mirkwood, Astro versus Eclipse. So I feel like Astro is definitely going 2-2 this week. Like, they're not beating Eclipse. I'm just saying that out of a limb right now. They're not. That's tomorrow, but like they're not going to beat Eclipse.
Prediction.
Eternal versus Mirkwood. That set actually might be pretty interesting, but unfortunately it's getting rescheduled. So that's unfortunate, but like we might be able to still get that on stream. But that's going to be a close set. I think that'll actually decide who's definitely getting like second seed at least, because both Eternal and because if Eternal wins that, then I think they can beat Lockhart the last week and get like second seed. If Mirkwood loses that, then they have to go against Astro, and then I think the winner of that will be the one to move on then.
Right. All right.
But if Mirkwood wins, then it's going to be a bit
So who's your prediction?
Yeah, I know. I really don't know. I feel like it's gonna be Eclipse at the top. Then I think Eternal, and then Mirkwood. I think Eternal and Mirkwood are gonna be the ones that are gonna go.
And then, well, it's 3 teams, so you gotta pick one more.
I mean,
You're saying
Eclipse.
Eclipse, Eternal. All right, sorry, I misheard
I
that.
said Eclipse at the top. Right?
Okay. So Astro getting knocked out then, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Valorok, you said you had an easy answer. What's your quote-unquote easy answer here?
Okay, so I think... what else I gotta say? Jeez, Internal is gonna get wiped out. They're basically a pickup. They're not even a team, like you said. I feel like an actual team would do better than just a pickup, honestly, at this point. At the same time, I feel like Astra has impressed us more than what we can think about, so I want to go with exactly what you said, but instead of Eternal being second, it would be... Who did you put third in? IPS?
I put Mirkwood third.
Put Mirkwood second, Astro third.
Wow.
All right.
That would be
That's
crazy. I mean, it's possible. I feel like at least they beat Lockhart, so, I mean, did Eternal already beat Astro, right?
Eternal already
They did, but barely beat them.
So I feel like it's going to be hard for
It was
Eternal.
game 5, yeah. It was game 5.
I feel like it's going to be actually pretty hard for Eternal to get knocked out then, because Astro to overtake them would have to be Eclipse and then hope that Eternal loses to Lockhart.
Yeah, but at the same time, Eternal does still need to beat Mirkwood. But that's the thing.
But I don't.
They don't have to. Though. If they beat Lockhart and Astro still, Astro would have to beat Eclipse then. So I mean, that's pretty hard.
I don't
think they coordinate well enough. I mean, like, honestly, either way, because Astro has shown in the past to have amazing coordination.
Yeah.
And if they just make really great pushes, it's a possibility they could win.
Yeah.
But my bet's still on Eclipse.
So, fine. I'll give the other spicy take then. I think there's a world where Mirkwood actually loses to Eternal, and then could also lose to Astro. I'm not saying they will.
I would actually agree with that.
It's just like
that could be possible.
Those 3 matches are going to be really close, and I think essentially Mirkwood I feel like is going to determine the playoff picture. If they win against Eternal and Astro, they're both in. I feel like Astro is going to get knocked out. And then if they end up losing one or maybe both those games, then Astro makes it and Mirkwood Falcons don't make it. So that's where I'm at. And it's hard to pick because I feel like Mirkwood and Astro are pretty dang close. I think it's gonna come down to that last week matchup, and I think it's gonna be pretty hype to watch that to see who makes that 3rd seed. So I think though, like everyone in everyone's mind right now, and maybe not Solver because you're biased, but do we all feel like? Listen to my question. Do we all feel like Eclipse is probably the team to beat right now from both divisions?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's literally like Gray and Murkat have both been just going in and just doing their thing. Like, you know, people were like in team caption as soon as we see the teams, you know, already I forgot who, but like someone was already going on about how Dialga, he's too good for you and this and that. You know, Dialga's good and all, but then you got Gray and Murkat here. They're the ones that are actually popping off. You know, Dialga's doing good himself, but Gray and Murkat, like I remember in the game against Eternal, you know, in the first game in Humpback Zones, you know, we did see Eclipse struggle on that because they were kind of not playing as coordinated as they would usually.
I was eating half the time.
Yeah. But literally, it's like Murkat, like you guys literally still won that because Murkat got like a 17 KA.
Dang.
So it's
he did really well that match.
Popping off
his matches.
So it's like I feel like right now this isn't a matter of like Dial on the team, whatever. I think it's just like Eclipse is good.
Yeah.
It's like the best academy team, and that's like the team to beat. And there is the only team honestly that I can think that can beat them right now is Outcast Ninjas.
I think Deadlock has a chance as well. Like I think
I want to see how Deadlock plays in their set tomorrow.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm just thinking Outcast Ninjas because Winter X could pull some things off.
Yeah.
As a player from like Eclipse, I can definitely tell you that like I'm definitely scared of those two. Like I'm interested to see like what would happen if we go against them.
Yeah, I'm honestly super excited for playoffs because it's going to be really fun to watch the Anarchy division finally get to go up against the Imperi division and see how the teams really duke it out.
That's where I think Astra would be able to go on further. Really,
yeah.
I think Astra will at least get a chance in playoffs, but I don't know if they have the power to get through to the finals.
Well, we'll see. Let's. I want to move on to amateur though, because I think we've kind of put our predictions out there for academy. Amateur obviously isn't as quite far into the league. They're only playing a couple matches per team so far. So
playing week 3 this week.
Yeah, I mean, someone asked the question earlier. Let me see who it was. Epic Pikachu. What team has most surprised you? And I'm gonna throw it out there. What do you guys? At least for the amateur scene, if you've seen the amateur scene, what teams have surprised you either in a good way or in a bad way?
I think...
Can we get amateur scores? I don't remember what teams are in amateur. I forgot at this point.
Okay. Well, then look at the screen.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to... Give me a sec.
For me, there's 2 teams. First one is 10 Supremacy, because, their set against Symphony, I honestly didn't really know what Supremacy was. I just thought, right, okay, probably Symphony's going to win this. Yeah, whatever. And then 10 Supremacy wins. Like, that was a surprise to me because they actually are pretty decent. They've only played 1 match, but I feel like if we get to see more of them, I think I could definitely, with confidence, say that they're around, like, Red Sun, which...
Maybe, yeah.
Which is not actually too far from Zyle. The other team is OO Gang, not because of their like complete performance so far in the season, because they are 1-1. It's not crazy good, but like more because of the fact, like I said in the first week, right? Well, they got to go back and look at what they did wrong and improve on that, so on and so forth. And they actually did that because they came back and played so much better.
Yeah.
In their match in week 2, like that was actually surprising because a lot of teams don't do that. They just stay at the same point, never fix anything until like 2 months later. Yep. It's, they actually fixed in like a week. So that's like props to them.
Yeah. Solar, did you have a team that was most surprising? Oh, is he not even here?
He's muted right now.
Did you have an answer? Do you know these teams?
I don't watch amateur, so I have nobody.
All right. Well, then
I watch pro though.
That's okay. Well, so I'll give my take then. I'm actually gonna go with the negative take here because I think my team that is most surprising me in a disappointing way is Symphony, who's sitting at 0-2, because as we started the league, it was like, oh man, Xylo, okay, yeah, they're a step above. Everyone's gonna be chasing them. But then it was like this talk about West Broadway, Symphony, and Red Sun all being kind of near the top with each other, and Symphony lost to West Broadway. And then, to be fair, they lost to Tent, and they didn't look as bad in their loss to Tent. They potentially could have won that series. But now they play Xylo today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this top team could literally start 0-3 and then have to win out just to potentially make playoffs. And it's just like, holy cow, that's shocking.
They're going to have to play like 6 more sets after this week, right?
So it's 8 matches total. So if they go 0-3, they would have to, unless there's like a 4-4 tiebreaker at the end of the season for 4th place. My guess is they need to be probably a playoff team is sitting at a record of 5-3.
Yeah. Okay. Because right now, like just Xylo is going to beat Symphony unless Symphony just comes in and plays out of their minds.
Yeah.
Xylo's just gonna win because. Even just looking at the way Xylo plays, right? Symphony has like this missile spam thing, right?
Yeah.
they play double shot. Now, that could be really good for defense and all, but like, how do you defend if you're always getting pushed constantly?
Yeah.
Because it's like, the main thing is, right, they use their missiles a lot, so it could kind of like, if you're going to focus more on your specials, it's less of a thing of taking fights. Because they don't take as much fights as Xylo would. If Xylo forces them to take fights, then it's going to be a bit harder for them to use their missiles. And I don't feel like double missile is going to slow down Xylo too much as long as Xylo's like prepared for it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Today is going to be a bit off. But after that, right?
I don't know. I feel like they're in such a hole. To be fair, though, they've played, if you think about it, their season schedule, just like how tough it is in the beginning, is Xylo, West Broadway, and Tent. So the rest of their season is going to get much easier playing kind of the bottom half of the teams. But I still think because they lost to Tent, if Tent becomes the fourth best team, then it's like, man, their way into the playoffs is going to be so difficult.
Yeah. Because the thing is, because Symphony, I think, can be regular gamers, it can be Kraken Wars, it can be Awogang, like that's whatever. The big thing is, right, there's still one team left in their schedule, Red Sun.
Yeah.
If they can't beat Red Sun, that's it. They're not going to get them because they're going to get like 4-4.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, if 10 Supremacy does good, honestly, I could see 10 Supremacy beating West Broadway or beating Red Sun, maybe not Xylo.
Yeah,
Xylo, I'm still thinking that they're going to go in today and they're going to get like 2-3-0s and just leave,
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm thinking, because as of right now, like, Red Sun maybe could put a dent in them, but I don't know, because Xylo's just seems so dominant so far, but yeah, Symphony's going to have to pull some miracles. They're going to have to catch, like, Red Sun on an off day and make sure they beat the rest of these teams, because it's possible, because the rest of these teams have their own little issues, like Kraken Warriors, without Vicarious, isn't as strong. Regular Gamers has a lot of like different rosters, so they could be with a really good roster one day and a bit of more iffy one another. They could be Awogang, because Awogang has come back and has improved from like week 1 and all. But I feel like Symphony, that could be actually a close set between Symphony and Awogang. But I think Symphony could win that. But then it's just Red Sun,
Yeah,
that could like completely ruin it.
And I think that leads me to my next point. What I'm hoping for is some upsets, because I'm getting worried here, and hopefully this doesn't happen. We're only 2 weeks in, but my hope is right now, as you look at the standings, it's easy to feel like, oh well, our playoff teams are already set: Xylo, Red Sun, West Broadway, and 10 Supremacy, and we still have 5 weeks to go, and it's just like, okay, come on, I want Gang, Kraken Warriors, regular gamers, all these other teams, Symphony and Resilience, to step up, because I want. Maybe Xylo, they're going to be at the top, and maybe Red Sun or whatever. But, like, it's always fun at the end of the season to watch, 4 teams that have, like, a chance to make the playoffs, and maybe 2 of them miss out, and they're all, kind of jockeying for those positions to make the playoffs. That's what I want to see. So, right now, I'm not necessarily rooting for those teams, but, like, I hope they step it up to make it a little more closer going in the season. Gang, Kraken Warriors, right? The gamers, maybe even Symphony.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough from Resilience to give me hope that they'll be one of those teams to have a chance in the playoffs. But yeah,
Resilience is stuck in a really bad spot right now. They played I believe, let me check here. They've played Xylo, they've played Red Sun, and they've played regular gamers. They still got to play WBG and 10 Supremacy.
Yeah.
I don't have much hope for them, I'll be honest.
That's so tough. Yeah.
If they want to prove me wrong, I would love to see that. But as of right now, I personally do not have a lot of hope for them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, looking at these other teams, right, because Symphony has a chance to come back, but I feel like between Kraken Wars and regular gamers, I don't know what's going to go on with that, because I feel like right now, they're very inconsistent teams. Because you have like Kraken Warriors, okay, week 1 with Vicarious. Guy went off, right? They played really well and be regular gamers.
Yeah.
The second week, they lost Samino and they didn't have Vicarious, and like they're clearly their player of the week, and they just didn't do much. It was just kind of sad.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you have regular gamers who went 1-1 first week, with a pretty strong, some questionable cons, but still pretty strong idea what to do.
Yeah.
But then they come into week 2, and it's like they had like these people that were flexing completely different weapons, it seemed like they didn't have comps in order at all.
Yeah.
Like, it just, there was, like, no coordination.
Right. They seem like that 50-50 team. It's like you never know, and maybe...
Yeah, it felt like a weaker roster.
Right. You know. And that's the thing. It's like, does that shoot them in the foot? Because I know they're more focused just like, hey, let's have fun. Let's rotate our players in. Which is, it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't think that's a bad attitude to have, but does that bite them, you know, later down the road where it's like, if we could have won this one matchup, maybe we would have made playoffs instead of, you know, getting 5th or 6th place. So that's my worry for them. But
yeah,
it should be spicy. And I'm excited. So we're going to end the podcast for now. I like Jorian's idea, throwing it out in the Discord. Maybe we can do more on Sunday since the Pro League is going to be taking a break. So that's a good point. Before ending the podcast, I do want to just throw it out there. The Pro Scene League, if you have not heard, is no longer having the regular season. We're going to just jump into a playoff system. Double elimination, March 14th.
Oh, wait, I was not told this. Hold on.
Well, if you read the announcements, you would know this.
I really don't read it.
You should do that.
Oh, my God. Yikes. I should really do that.
All right. Well, so, yeah, Pro League on Sundays. The regular season is no more because we